Donna, welcome to RippleFEST, my darling.
Oh, thank you, Sammy, and welcome. Oh, hello, everyone.
Oh, it's so good to have you here. I mean, just watching your journey since last year has been amazing. I mean, your mission to transform the lives of women who are ready to heal, and that's a really big point that as we've worked on your branding and worked through your journey, it said, no, these women need to be ready to heal from that domestic abuse, so that you can help them to mend that broken heart. So I know that this is a journey that obviously is close to your heart, and it's something that you've been through. So can you tell us a little bit about your journey and how this movement came to life?
Yeah, from a very young age, I experienced abuse, and that for me when my cycle started, and it got worse. Obviously, as you get older, you find a new love. They're your world. And then things go wrong, and then the last one was 10 years. And it's scary to think that people are in that relationship a lot longer. And it's the side about the cycle of abuse, but people are not aware of the cycle of abuse. They're not aware of the things they go through. And after leaving that abuser, I can never forget locking the door, leaving my pet dog behind, just a suitcase, 3 kids. And that was, for me, the hardest moment of my life, jumping out into the big old world. What do I do? And it's a scary time, vulnerable time for everyone. And I wasn't a time for me to heal as soon as I left, because I felt really guilty on leaving. And I thought, well, it'll be easiest to go back, because I've suffered so many nightmares and about the trauma I received, the rape, the abuse, the verbal stuff. I was checking my phone daily at the same time, because I knew that's the time I should have been on my phone to receive the text message. So it's just that pattern, and it's breaking away from that pattern of abuse. And even after abuse, I think it's just as strong as being in that domestic abuse relationship. And for me, a turning point was Kafka's, really. They said, so what do you want to do? I said, out of the blue, I want to help people. I want to help people who are like me. And she put me on this course, fantastic course, works in the UK. And from that moment, my love for and passionate feelings to help other women who are just like me, were just like me, became really a fire. And the passion just grew and grew. Obviously, I've met your lovely hypno god husband. You'll love that
gosh,
one.
don't tell everybody that he's a hypno god. My God, his head will just be bigger than the boat. I do know that's what you will call him, though.
Hypno god with the orange t-shirt, yeah. And I've just got my first initial big client onto the program, and it's amazing to see how much she's grown and changed. She's gone from not being out the house for 2 years to actually went out the other day for 6 hours. And yeah, and at the minute she's still struggling with self-sabotaging, and that's a big part. And being accepted that you can move on from this relationship. And for me, the biggest part was acceptance. I was waiting for that apology, what you're never going to get. And you have to accept that what's happened has happened. Because that's why I always say, are you ready to heal? If you're not ready to heal, you're not ready to grow. But yeah, it's such an amazing experience to see the fire in the client's eyes as a wake up and, I've done this. I've, started writing a book, sort of aspect of things. And it's just such an amazing experience.
So rewarding. And it's so rewarding watching you go through this journey as well. And I mean, like you say, and I can feel this as well. As you were saying that, I was thinking, yeah, I've been through situations like that. My husband was in a relationship for 25 years, in a seriously abusive relationship. And, and then the way it affects people. I remember when we just started dating, and I was living out in France and he was in Manchester still. I think we were about a year into the relationship or something. And so I'm out here working and I was recording, I think it was like the 7-step brand Kickstarter or something. And so I'd had my head in that and I'd worked all through the day, and it got to like 11 or something at night. And I thought, oh shit, I haven't even called Greg yet. And I sent him a voice message and said, I'm really sorry, I haven't managed to call you today. I hope you've had a good day, because his phone just rang and rang. So I left a voicemail. He didn't respond to me for 2 days. And I thought, what's going on? Where's Greg gone? Anyway, it turns out that he was so traumatized, thinking that that message was going to be phoning him, effing and blinding. Where the hell have you been? Why haven't you? He was so traumatized. He didn't even listen to the message for 2 days, because he was expecting that I was going to berate him. And when he finally listened to it and realized Sammy's not the same person, and it was actually me apologizing to him, that's when we realized and recognized how traumatized he was from that relationship. And it's those things that sneak up and catch you even years later, isn't it? It's not just when you're in the situation. When you're in the situation, it's almost easier than when you're out of the situation, now having to deal with the fact that, fuck, this is still affecting me.
And I think even though I've been out of that relationship for 5-6 years now, I think if whether it's my partner or whether it's someone, for me, swearing is a big trigger for me. If I don't mind people swearing, everyone does, I do, but if they swear at me the wrong way, for me it's a big trigger. But I can deal with the trigger. I can pull myself in. Okay, I don't like swearing. Can you please just stop? And if they don't stop, I just walk away from the situation. I just think they're having a bad day. Everyone's entitled to a bad day, and it's learning how to deal with those is the big issue. And I think that for me, doing the Survivors Retreat program is a big, massive thing to learn and develop. If you haven't got that, you're just going to be triggered all the time. It's going to set off a chain of events, nightmares, being fearful to going out, and just having that self-doubt in yourself and losing that self-love, that self-inner sparkle.
It's just so powerful, isn't it? And you don't realize how many areas of your life it's actually affecting. And the work that you're doing is just so powerful. I mean, you've created a business, and your program is called the Survivors Retreat. And like you say, you've got your first client going through that process now, which is phenomenal. I'm so proud of you. Absolutely phenomenal. And, and it's so awesome, when I've given you a call and you're all giggly and you're like, oh my God, she's done this. And, the fact that you get to celebrate the journey with your clients is just so amazing. So Donna, can you tell everybody a little bit about the retreat? And, if somebody out there is watching and somebody that might benefit from being introduced to Donna, or someone that's running a show or has a podcast, or could interview Donna to get this message out. In fact, that goes for all of our change makers that you've seen over this last 3 days. Please connect them. So Donna, tell us a bit more about your retreat and how they can get hold of you.
The Survivors Retreat is a 6-week program, and it's affordable, and it's ready for people who are really truly ready to change. It deals with the trauma. We do a mental detox where it shifts everything, all the past, all the pain, and it helps. Once you get rid of that, you're enabled then to talk about it. Often with being abused in any aspect, you've got that shame, you got that why was it me sort of aspect of things. And once you get that light bulb moment, it wasn't you. That for me is a changing point for everyone, and that's what we go through during the 6 weeks. And obviously towards the end, we focus then on mending your broken heart, because you do love them, and even though there was your abuser, you had that connection, you had that, I'll bend over backwards for you, and which all the women who have been in that situation would know you do that. And then at the end, we do a lot of future vision. Where do you want to be? Could you remember your dreams before you got into this situation? Yeah, but I got told that I was rubbish. I got told that I'd never be a counsellor, but here I am, helping women change their lives. And so you got that self-belief you need to get over. And if you haven't ever dreamed of doing something big, something will come to you, something you thought you'd never try, but you try and you end up loving. And that's where we develop that self-love, that inner sparkle, just that flame lighting up inside your gut, and it's going into your eyes and your smile. It's just it's
Oh,
just truly amazing.
yeah, I just love the work you're doing. It's so needed in the world. And how can people reach you? How can they find out more?
I'll post my group in the chat, and you can always email me at the survivors retreat at gmail.com. And yeah, so I look forward to hearing of anyone who needs support.
Oh, I'm so pleased for you, Donna, because you've been on quite a journey, right? And I remember us meeting at the event, and we started talking then, and then we started talking a bit more outside of the event. But how has it been? Because obviously we've worked together for a while now. What has it been like going through the Ripple Makers program?
Absolutely amazing. I could never forget, we actually did another live event in Birmingham a few months after. I think it was October last year. I've developed so much since then. And I can remember, I hate the letter S because S's are the ones who abused me. So I avoided that like a plague. And I just sat there and it's like, survivor. Okay, it's an S. Sexual shame, it's an S. So that's where the S's came from. And I think, oh, that day it's just like S, S, S. The universe is telling me, you know, use the letter S. So for me, that day was the start of a big game changer for me. And I can't thank each and every one of you enough. You know, you've all been truly amazing, supportive. There's no judgment in this group, and it's absolutely amazing when you feel like your world falls apart, because everyone does now and again. You lot are always there to pick me up, and I can't really, really thank you so, so much. And
Oh,
just absolutely lovely.
oh, we love you so much, Donna. We want to see you succeed. We're packing your parachute, and totally here to watch you and celebrate with you every step of the way as you create your ripple and make your wave. Oh my gosh, give it up for the amazing Donna Marsh. So proud of you. Well done, well done. Keep doing what you're doing. Guys and girls, watch this Ripple Maker. She's gonna do some massive things. I can feel it, I can see it, it's already happening. That current, that undercurrent is already going. I can just I can see it doing really big things. So well done, well done.